who will end their season on a high note as champions of the Fenway Bowl. Weeks of additional practice and prep for bowl games not only can set the tone for what we're going to see in this game, but for what might be in store next season as well. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Temple Owls, taking on a team from the ACC, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. The Owls offense will go on the attack first. And we've been really eager to see this matchup. This quarterback against an elite defense. Jesse, what does a quarterback have to keep in mind when you face a group like this?
Well, he's just going to have to be dialed in. He's had a lot of success this year so far. This is a different animal than this defense he's playing. He's got to be really good with his decision-making, throwing it, running it, pre-snap, post-snap. You make one mistake against this defense, David, they make you pay.
Yeah, they're a fun defense to watch, and this is a fun challenge for their defense, too, because it's an elite quarterback, right? Like, they can make you look like you're not as good as you've been all season long, so I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup and who wins it.
Guys, let's think for just a moment about Temple. Always nice to get a win on the recruiting trail. They feel like they did, landing a 3-star wide receiver, verbal commitment. They feel like he has the type of talent that can help a program at this level.
It's going to help their offense right away. I think one of the biggest reasons why he chose this program is because he felt he could get on the field right away and help them out. Bigger programs were out after him. He thought he might have to wait his turn elsewhere. Not the case here. Expect him to make some plays early on.
Motion from the wideout. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Unloads it left. He's got it. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Back to pass. It's Baker. Quickly complete.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes, he's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
The Owls in a good spot here with second and short. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
And the Owls back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception. Working well behind the sticks on second down. From the gun to give, looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run. The 40. The 20. Touchdown Seminoles. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
I mean, does the start get any better for this defense? You force a third down, passing situation, great pass defense. Not only that, break on the football, make the interception, and take it all the way back to the house. The tone has been set in this ballgame.
Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Back to pass, it's Baker. Quickly out to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And here comes the offense on second down. Linebacker shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Got the quick pass. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Offense will try to strike on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Fights off the defender. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. The Owls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. Temple lining up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. So the Florida State Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the lead.
Oh, he's got some space. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a 1st down at the 38. Renegade would be proud of the way they're using those horses to move it on the ground.
Yeah, get the horsepower going. And, man, they've had some serious backs over the years at Florida State. And you think about all the talent, all the swag over the years. You got to get back to that, find those guys that they can really attach this offense to and thrive.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's picked off. That's 18 of those this season. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line.
And this is how the wind can really affect a game. It's not just for kickers, but quarterbacks as well. And on that last throw, guys, it looked to me like he was throwing it into the wind, and that definitely affected the velocity of the throw. It also affected the accuracy, and that's what caused the interception.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He got it. He gets it in. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. Looking for the time with the extra point.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. It's incomplete, and that also might be what is called a learning experience, and one this freshman got away with. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And I think early in the football game, man, you're figuring out the wind. I think he kind of underestimated that a little bit. Like, throws that football, the wind knocks it down a little bit. The defense takes advantage with some early momentum on that interception.
Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wide receiver. Now the play fake. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So that touchdown nullified by the penalty in the red zone. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Looking for a man. It's Baker. He's got the tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one of this postseason showdown. Let's take a look at the stats so far. We've got a good one on our hands here. Let's hope we keep those good vibes going here in the 2nd. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field. Because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven, if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. How about this dude going off script for the Noles? Not necessarily known for his running ability.
Hey, make plays when they're there, right? I think that's one of the most important qualities of a quarterback is being able to make the right decision at the right time. And listen, they've had some great ones at Florida State. Looking for that next great one to take him over the top.
Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on. And I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. The Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. It's Rigby.
I like the slot receiver because it gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
The Seminoles can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll give it to Johnson. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Seminoles are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Johnson. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Hold.
A costly penalty wipes out that 3rd down conversion, and now they'll back up and try it again. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
False start. Offense.
Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. He's looking downfield to throw. Holds it in on the left. And he's brought down after making the big catch, but not before he picks up more than 40.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Not much there on the run. He gets 1 to the 31.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. The quick out. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the...
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Knowles! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? And the returner will be dragged down. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a Cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take...
Turning it on! They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster? And the Owls can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quick completion to the right. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Owls come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Scanning the field, it's Baker. Oh, they're after him. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls it and fires to the left. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. This Temple offense putting together a nice drive. The give to the back. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. They're facing a 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Pressure coming. Snagged out of the air. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field.
Hold.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. Temple lining up to punt it away. And no chance for the return man to get his hands on that one as it hops out of bounds. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. They'll try the run, and the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
This defense has got some monsters up front. Individual athleticism. You see guys winning their one-on-ones. They're getting pushed. They're swimming the offensive lineman and then converging on the running back.
He never had a chance on the draw. Tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, the offense was trying to go draw, make it look like pass, but I'll tell you, the linebackers weren't fooled. They came down hard, quickly, got into the backfield, and got the tackle for loss.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. Gets the job done on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 25. And the Noles have it with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And the defense was locked in. You can tell they saw it. They reacted right away, got the running back on the ground immediately.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Might have thought he'd want to try to pick up a few yards there, but he's content with making the fair catch right around the 35-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Dropping back, it's Baker. Fires to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I know the offense came into this game expecting to have some success throwing the football, and right after getting a takeaway right outside of the red zone, they try to do just that. The one-on-one matchups are going to be there in this game. That time, though, the defense did a better job making the play, forcing the incompletion.
And the Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. Makes the catch. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida State.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll leave it with him. And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20. One snap coming before they head to the locker room. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, hard not to enjoy that incredibly historic town. What a fun time to be in Boston, and what a fun first half we've had in the Fenway Bowl. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the fellas for the conclusion of the Fenway Bowl.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. Temple will try to boot this one deep to get the second half underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted and finish the deal here in the second half.
I mean, love the way they came out. They had all that time off, didn't look rusty at all, came out with the foot on the accelerator, looked really, really good. Palmer, you just more of the same here in the second half.
I agree. And if you're on that...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Touchdown, Owls! And they turn it into a defensive score.
This is a defense that prides themselves on getting turnovers, and it starts with the pass rush. It was the hit on the quarterback that forced the throw to not be as accurate as the QB would have liked. Nice job in the back end, securing the interception, and then taking it the distance.
21, Temple, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush, they win up front.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Pocket breaking down. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Noles are rolling down the field. Got it in the middle, it's Gibson. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
And these short yardage situations, it all comes down to the up front. Like, who can win the battle up front? Can you get a hat on the hat? And they do. This offensive line, they get on the D-line, they create just enough space, understand short yard situation, fall forward, and get a first down.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
It's a draw. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Complete to the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
Offense facing fourth down.
The Seminoles come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. Going for the marker on the ground. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
I know there's a lot of play callers that would try to throw the football there on 4th and 2, but they decided to run it, and that was a great call. First down.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Long drive continues as the offense keeps working the ball down the field. He'll pull it on the read. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call.
Holding.
Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just... an offense's momentum. They are getting deep into the playbook. 11th play of the drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Now on second down. From the gun, running back gets to give. There he goes. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening first and goal from the 9. And the Seminoles started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Grabbed behind the line. It's Rigby. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, if that first down play was any indication, they might walk this thing in on second and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Seminoles! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he makes the extra point. They held the ball for 15 plays on that touchdown drive and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Temple takes over, and the offense will return to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Dropping back, it's Baker. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Quick completion on the out. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Rides the back and leaves it. Brings into the open. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 for the 1st down. And the Owls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
On third down, he drops to throw. Right on the money. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a first down in the red zone at the 14. The Owls have pushed it inside the 20. They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls! Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes. It just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. The give on the option. Powers through the defender. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. They'll ride the hot hand. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. From the gun, give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
It'll be third and long. They'll send the back in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's got it inside the 25. He's running free down the middle. Touchdown, no! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this defense has their hands full. They're dealing with a quarterback that is pinpoint accurate, making good decisions, and they're dealing with a wide receiver group that has a lot of speed and some burners on the perimeter. They might want to think about playing some more zone coverage moving forward. That's now 3 passing TDs they've allowed.
Looking for blockers.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way back up.
This offense starts deep in a hole. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to throw, it's Baker. Fires to the tight end.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this
Oh, he's got some space. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. The play action fake. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Wants to go up top. Just a hair too much on it from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's broken up and almost intercepted in the end zone. It'll be 4th down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job.
He's going to throw deep right side. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Defense in press coverage. They're going to give it to the wide receiver on 1st and goal. And they get nothing. The ball remains at the 2-yard line. And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. They'll try to pound their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown Owls. Lining up for the PAT.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the 2nd level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt, find those.
Turning it on! Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure here on the quarterback, Dave.
Yeah, and how I throw, I think, is important. This is a time where I love moving my quarterback outside the pocket, making it an easy throw, or let him run the football, and if he doesn't get it, the clock still ticks. It's still my friend.
Hold offense.
So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. And the Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Let's see what he can do with it. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Temple takes over, and the Owls send the offense back onto the field. They'll go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much, got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Lofts one high and deep. He almost had another one. They've already picked off 3 and just a hair away from number 4 there. Temple lining up to punt it away. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so you got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Big third down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on third down.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. The eyes now turn to the defense to see whether they can keep this lead intact late in the 4th. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Here comes the heat. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense falls on the wall. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
They'll move the tight end. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go right back to it. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Backing up and backing up on the first two plays now to try to throw it in drive on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And this situation here on second down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's one thing to execute early in the game. Tight ball game right at the end.